name is Tracy Dando, and I am the founder and CEO of Safe Space Organization and Safe Space Office, which is soon to come. I would have told you a few years ago that my personal mission was to help create safe space, which is really to help people create external safety in their life so that they can find external safety in their body. And now I would say my personal mission is to create love and light in this community and use my own story as a way to inspire and to help others. There have been many processes and experiences that have led me to this place I am now. I was diagnosed with an eating disorder at a very young age, and for many years I was shipped in and out of Syracuse to work on that eating disorder, to find a place of peace, to find support, to give tools. And there are many years, decades even, that I couldn't understand why I was doing the things that I was doing. And now I can look back and see that I was searching for a place of safety within my body because I didn't know what safety felt like. And so the idea of safe space came back to me when I came back to Syracuse after my last time in a treatment facility. And I said, what do I need to create here in Syracuse that makes me feel safe? And this idea came to me, and I was a special education teacher at the time, and I sat down and I started to draw out what safety looked like. And I feel like that's a different feeling for each and every one of us. And it was soft fabrics and colors and lights and warm blankets and this idea of, I don't know, something being wrapped around me. And so I said, how do I create that into a space, that feel? And at that point in time, we weren't talking about trauma and somatic responses and what the body remembers. And so I was using the best verbiage I had to create this vision. And so once I had sat down, it was my mission 6 years ago to create that space and bring that to life. And many people couldn't understand, couldn't see the concept. And then when when COVID hit, it was so very clear to me that I was not alone in this, that so many people were on their own journeys with finding safety within themselves and their community. And so the mission of Safe Space and my story has led me to where I am now. And to tell you the honest truth, I don't know where I'm going. I take one day at a time and see where the organization continues to take us as a community and me personally. So yeah, using my vulnerability and my story to help others and to continue to build a mission is really how I now see my life's mission. So Safe Space Organization, Safe Space CNY, is reinventing the way we address mental health, and it's through a peer-to-peer support model. Because what happened to me is when I went into these treatment facilities for my eating disorder recovery, I was supported by men and women that were on the same journey with me. There was no judgment, there was no shame, there was this understanding and this connection. This just naturally happened. And I had this moment of, oh my gosh, like what is happening? Like what is this emotional connection that is happening? And it was so powerful. And I said, how do we recreate this in a community? Because we all are going through something. Life is going to continue to throw us all things into our faces, and it's up to us to navigate those situations with tools in our community. And so what if we created support circles with people that understood what you were going through? So if it was postpartum or divorce or men's support or educators or eating disorder, regardless, that there was a team of people that understood it and that could support you on that mission. And so that was the first part of Safe Space that was so vital. The second part was educating and empowering people to manage their own mental health. So instead of going and saying, fix me, help me, it's now, we will teach you how to do that all on your own. So we're giving you tools such as breathwork, meditation, yoga, art therapy, you name it, to take care of yourself and your own mental health. So when life does hit you, you have the tools and you have the community right there at your hands. So our mission is to teach people, empower them, support them through these processes, as well as show that mental health is a spectrum, just like physical health, and we are all on this spectrum together, and we move up and down it throughout our lives, and there is no black and there is no white. We are all here together, and so really just the emphasis behind that we all have a story, we all have our own stuff, and we're in this together is a big part of how we continue to push our mission forward. It's so funny because when I left Syracuse, I moved to Asia a decade ago, and I swore I was never going to come back to Syracuse. A lot of things had happened to me in this town, and I really just wanted to forget them and put them behind me. And for some reason, Syracuse, I came back. I was placed here, which is the reason I had to create Safe Space, because my body remembered so much of what happened here in Syracuse. And I always took that on as a challenge because I had this love-hate relationship in many ways. I love the people of Syracuse. I love the culture. I love the sports. I love every part. Yet my body struggled to be here. And so I would say Syracuse has taught me to face my biggest fears. Syracuse has taught me to rely on others. Syracuse has shown me the beauty of a city and its community, and how when we come together, significant change can happen. So Syracuse is home. Syracuse, I will never leave. Well, let's be honest. I need breaks. I need some sun. I need to take vacations. Let's be honest. But I love Syracuse, and it has made me grow into a human that I honestly never thought was possible. So I think my advice, when I get asked that question of what type of advice I would give to others, I think first and foremost is that you're not alone. You're not alone in what you're feeling. You're not alone in what you're experiencing. You're not alone in your pain and in your darkness. You're not alone. And I think that COVID really created this false sense of safety and isolation for so many of us. And it created more issues because of that, because it made us feel like we were so alone in everything we were going through. And so I promise you that everybody is going through something right now. I promise you that it is not what it looks like, and everybody around you in social media, like, we are all having our ups and downs, and so there is always somebody here to support, always somebody here to help. Safe Space is just one of the many in our community, and so I just want to tell you that what you're feeling is valid, what you're going through is important, and that you are not alone in the journey. So Safe Space organization is not just for when you're going through something, it's also for community in so many ways, and it's to help you grow and expand. So our men's group is one of our most popular groups, and we now have to have two because we have so many men that are showing up. And it's about empowering one another and supporting one another and gaining tools. And so Safe Space, we are online at safespacecny.org, and we're on all social media, Safe Space CNY on Instagram, Safe Space Organization on LinkedIn and Facebook. And what we're here is, when you go to the website, you can sign up for a series of support circles, as well as programs and events and collaborations that we're doing in the community. So it could be art classes, it could be meditation, it could be yoga. Like I said, it could be the men's group. So really, when you go to the website, you can reach out, somebody will respond and help walk you through the process, or you can reach out to any of our social media outlets and we can direct you in the right way. If this is the support you're not looking for, we're also tied to so many else in the community that we can help you find. So yeah, we would love to meet you. We would love to hear from you. And like we say, the hardest part is reaching out or walking in the door. So I challenge you. I challenge you to try us out. I challenge you to give us a chance.